best friend Mandy Jones. They'll be talking, laughing, shouting, and shaking their fists. Bonnie and Mandy. Make sure you're always watching, or you could miss it if they ever kiss. Those two wildflowers did what they had to do, and now they're free. And it's gonna be as wild as it can be, with no apology. 7:30 Wednesday night, they're on the air, Wildflowers. And you know you'll love the show on Facebook Live, Wildflowers. Bonnie Scalisi and Mandy Jones, Wildflowers.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're looking live at the Wildflowers. I'm Mandy Jones, and next to me, as always, is the beautiful...
Hi, it's Bonnie Scalisi. How are you, everybody?
We are not mic'd up, so please tell us that the sound does not sound well.
Let us know if you can hear us.
The sound guy was not in the house. I am the sound guy tonight, and I was not doing a good job. But everyone in the studio was super chill and did not make my pets sweat. Pits sweat. That's what I'm trying to say. Sweaty pits.
David says the sound is good.
Thank you, David. I'm glad we paid all this money on the extra mixer that I don't know how to work. Sounds good. Thank you, Mom. Bonnie, so what have you been up to? What's new?
Well, you and I did that very interesting show about Make Your Partners Laugh. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Esther Forrester put together a game show called Make Your Mate Laugh. It's 4 couples. 2 of the girls were just friends. They weren't lovers. Supposedly. But we all had
quote unquote.
But we all had to perform for your partner, and then your partner had to perform for you. Do whatever you could to get laughs, and it was really fun. There was a sudden death match.
I was in shock when there were 4 couples and 3 out of the 4 couples tied, and then there was a sudden death, and I was not prepared. Let's just say it that way. But yeah. So the topic this start thinking of your stories. The topic is self-care, and there's a reason that there's we're going to get into that in a minute. But did you want to say anything about this weekend?
No, not really. I did want to say share the show. If you found the show, share the show.
Yes, please. Share the show.
And you should subscribe to Mandy Jones, the comedian, on YouTube.
And our guest,
the Wildflowers.
Yes, our guest who was on last week, Joe DeVito, is going to be at Governor's on April 2nd. So you saw him here. Let's go see him do stand-up at Governor's in Levittown. If you want to see 10 out of 10 stand-up, I highly recommend him. So I'm just going to say hi to some of the people that already are tuning in. David Lange, thank you for helping us with the sound. Bruno, we love Bruno. Your mom, Mary Underhill. Our bestie, Robin DeVito, Robin and I are going to go see Street Fighter this Saturday for our birthday, so we're very excited about that. And unless you want to say anything, I'm going to start introducing our guests.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so our guests tonight are Ali and Larry Artz, and they are the first sponsors who ever had the courage to sponsor us on the Wildflowers, the owners of Racine Salon and her arm candy, Larry Artz, radiation therapist at Northwell Health. Northwell Health. Welcome, Ali and Larry, to our show.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. And it's a rainy freaking night out. Oh, my boyfriend's watching, Bill Hansen.
Hey, Bill. How you doing?
Yeah, Mandy and I are both in black. It just happened to work out that way. Hey, Tammy Welter. She's saying hi, beautiful girls.
Tammy.
Hey, Bill Hansen. So the topic is self-care, and obviously both of your professions have to do with self-care. Yes. So, you own a salon. Mm-hmm. You do you help people with their health. Right. So, like, what comes to mind when you think of self-care?
time for yourself, taking advantage of, some pampering services and just kind of, taking care of yourself so that you look good when you're looking in the mirror, you feel good about yourself, and just taking that moment in your busy life to do that and, to make yourself feel good, basically.
That's a great analogy because, a lot of people have so much on their plate, they don't even put themselves on the list. I was one of those people for years. I wasn't even on the list. Some people put themselves last on the list.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to take care of others and to be happy, you kind of have to put yourself on the list. And what about what you did?
Well, a lot of people, that's one of the biggest problems. A lot of people don't put themselves anywhere near the top of the list. They should be number one, and a lot of people don't. They are the top of the list when they come in for their radiation treatments.
And you need to mentally, because you see that really, like, mentally, people, if you let it overcome you, then you've got really, like, no shot.
Absolutely. But by the way, our mutual friend Jim Ray is tuning in.
Hey, Jimmy boy!
And he said, this is a high-end place, not a rub and tug. Of course, Jim would say something like that. Of course, Jim.
We charge you double, Jim.
Yeah, you should charge him double. Robin DeVito says, I do me first, which she's put herself high on the list. And a good friend of ours, Will Romero, he runs long distance, he eats healthy, he reads a good book, he smokes weed. Yeah, so that's on my list. I have a bunch of things that you can do. And Tammy's saying that she is still trying to put herself on the list, and she's determined to change that this year. It is a decision you make because, especially the cancer, like if you are sick, if you are not in the picture, all the people you take care of, if you're dead, how are you going to take care of them?
Yeah, it's when people, I think, start thinking about their mortality and, oh wow, if I were not around, what would happen? Because so many people are like, oh, if I got a diagnosis, take me in the back and shoot me, and then they're like, all right, with a little therapy, it's not going to be the end of the world. So what's something that you, like, as a radiation therapist, what's something you tell people that are going to sit down and now that are going to start going through, like, say you got it's progressive cancer. How do you start talking to somebody about that?
So that's a whole process. So by the time they get to me, they've been through so much.
Okay.
They've been through all the CAT scans, all the MRIs, and they finally have coming to, for therapy, life-saving therapy. And so, they're like sponges. They're like energy sponges, which is good and bad because you have to kind of configure how much you're going to give of yourself to this patient. A lot of patients just want to get better. And through the radiation, we do that.
So, I don't know if you've watched this series, but I'm right in the middle of Breaking Bad. And Walter is a cancer survivor.
Yes.
And, I kind of feel like I'm getting a firsthand look into the life of a cancer patient through that series. How truthful, since you've seen it, do you think that it's kind of showing how it really is, or is it kind of like...
Yeah, that show, that depicted it pretty well. That's pretty much how it is. It's a big machine, and the patients are set up on this machine, and they're given precision radiation to exactly where the doctor wants it. We treat all sorts of things, all parts of your body, wide range of cancers with it.
And last week, when we had Joe DeVito on, Peter Wolfinger, who isn't tuning in yet, but he said that he thought that self-help happened when he was watching porn, which I thought was a pretty funny line. Because everybody's idea of helping themselves is different. So Tammy Welter is saying she's a breast cancer survivor, and I was hoping somebody would
Tammy.
that.
Yeah.
Good for you, Tammy.
All right, be strong.
Yeah.
My grandmother on my father's side had breast cancer in both breasts and died in her 70s from it. And my dad had breast cancer.
Yes.
So, whenever I fill out that form, they're always like, your dad has it. Men can get breast cancer too.
Yeah.
Yep.
People don't think that.
Gynecomastia, it's called.
Yeah, yes. And he's like, he's 92 now, but he likes to take a shirt, you know, when the family's in, to show his scar because he has no nipple on one side, and he's like, look at this, and I'm like, we're like, put it away, Dad. Nobody wants to see that. So Tammy says, thank you. Yes, May 18th. She'll be free of cancer
Wow.
a year.
Nice.
That's
Great.
awesome.
And my boyfriend's saying, so self-help is not like Googling yourself. Okay, that goes along the lines of what Peter Wolfinger was saying.
So you guys do something interesting at the salon for cancer patients.
Yeah. So
Tell us about that.
We are on Monday at Racine Salon. So basically what that is we're a charter salon for the Mondays at Racine organization. And once a month we open our doors to anyone currently going through cancer treatment and invite them to have salon and spa services absolutely free. So we offer nails, facials, massage. I typically bring in a Reiki energy healing person, haircuts, color, makeup. We also have this amazing organization that has donated wigs, so we're able to cut, style, and color wigs absolutely free and send them out with our guests. And then we have this amazing cleaning company. They're called Blessed Cleaners. If you're looking for a house cleaner, I have to plug them
I am looking
because
for one.
this woman is so amazing. She gives me every month 6 or 7 vouchers for a free bedroom and bathroom cleanup. So when you're coming home from your treatment, not feeling well, her and her team come and clean your house for you. And so that you're coming home to heal in a very clean space.
That's awesome.
So the salon does the program, and then we've made all these amazing connections with other businesses and organizations that want to help and give out, and it's just incredible.
That's
love it.
great.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Yeah, as far as this might be, you know, when I heard it was in Hewlett.
Yes.
Do you have like the Hasidic community that comes in and does the wigs kind of thing?
We do have some of our clients do wear wigs, and we are able to wash and style them and cut them and color them. So we have a very diverse clientele. So it actually is a great fit for us because my staff are comfortable styling wigs, have had the experience. The Mondays at Racine was a perfect fit for us.
Yeah, it's
Because they were knowledgeable and they were knowledgeable in this, so it was a very easy fit.
that is really cool. So Jim Reyes says his ex-wife had a lump on her breast, but unfortunately it wasn't cancer. Jim,
It was you, Jim, and
yeah,
you got rid of it.
She cut off the cancer. I love Jim. I'm just joking.
Oh, I've known Jim forever. High school buddies.
Oh, is that how you know Jim?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we go back, way back.
Yeah.
And he has not changed a bit.
You're
still
always
in
my
high
shirt
school.
since
Mental-
17.
Yes,
Mentally,
right.
correct.
Mentally, he's still in high school. Hey, Taz, the residential artist, is joining us. So my boyfriend says mind-body experience cannot be overestimated in people getting better. That I believe 100%. Like your attitude of how you view the world, and if you're a negative person, like. Right, like so in both of what you do, you really help people.
Well, I share the negative and the positive. So
what do you do when it's a bad diagnosis?
So every diagnosis is a diagnosis. You can't look at the negative. Whereas before they'd be like, "Oh, you got 6 months to live." That no longer exists because
you can't tell them like a time
because
frame.
everybody's different. Everybody has an immune system. Everybody's body's going to fight it differently. Body's going to react differently to different therapies, such as the radiation and the chemotherapy. So, you know what? To give somebody a pinpoint, it's like, why? Why are you doing that? You're just mentally focused. They're going to focus in on a day at a time. Whereas, you know what? We really don't have that answer. So leave a question mark to it. And when it
it gives them hope too.
Absolutely.
Because without hope, then
And I would have to think that there are some cases where they just don't make sense. Like, statistically, somebody would not have gone as far as they did, and they go on years. Like, I feel like, to even put that negative out there that this may not be, a good thing. I feel like just, focus on the healing and, focus on the living and go from there.
Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah, my old boss was supposed to be. I started working for him in 2011, and he was supposed to already be dead. They were like, "You're not going to see your son graduate high school." He's like, "Yeah, you want to bet?" As he's like smoking and drinking and has a freaking liver transplant and still alive to this day.
Yep.
His son graduated high school, college, has a job. He's like, I'm going to see him pay off his bills now. I'm going to see him get married. But sometimes putting that into somebody is actually the opposite. Like, because I'm like that kind of person. They're like, all right, Mandy, you're never going to talk again. I'm like, I'm going to tell jokes again, motherfucker. like drooling out my mouth or something, But some people, I think, need to hear that. Like the girl that I used to work with, they told her that she had breast cancer in her 30s, and they said, listen, you're not going to die. So in which case, saying that to somebody, yeah, it's going to suck, but you can't curl over and die. It's, okay, you're going to be a survivor of cancer. You're in your 30s. Now let's buckle down and meet all these specialists and see what you have to do.
Absolutely. Eric Shevlin is watching. I love Eric.
Oh, we love
and Eric is saying, self-care, I'm self-caring right now. There's a lot of rubbing out jokes going on with self-care. See how the men think? and they're all coming from men. So you guys out there, do you have any self-care stories? Because, we have a bunch. Do you want to start, Mandy?
Well, I've got some questions.
Sure.
How'd you two meet?
Eric goes, that means
To be determined.
That's a great question.
It was such a random thing. It was totally random.
Totally random.
I was living in Astoria at the time. You were in Stewart Manor.
Mm-hmm.
And we both wound up at Stinger's in Rockville Center, this adorable little bar on Sunrise Highway. And there were probably 6 people tops in the bar that night. I was there with my sister visiting home. And we just started talking to Larry and his friends. And actually, it was my sister who's watching, who was actually talking to Larry. And then we went into the bathroom. She's like, you have to stop talking to his friends. She's like, you need to talk to the guy that I'm talking to. So we did the whole switch.
They did the switcheroo.
And, we actually started talking. And then before we left, I actually gave Larry my phone number. And I was like, call me or not. Nice to meet you. So, and then, we were like, oh, let's see what kind of car he has. So my sister goes, ew, he has a red Camaro. And I was like, oh, he has a red Camaro.
Bitchy Camaro.
So it was kind of funny. But yeah, that's how we met. Very random.
I wish it was a Chevelle, right, Jim?
Oh, I'm sure Jim will have some reply.
No, this is my buddy Jim Dillon. How you doing? Just giving a shout out, Jimmy boy.
And do you know Michelle Dempsey Heal?
That's my sister.
Oh,
She's
yes. Okay, so
it's her fault.
She was the connection.
I
what did she say at my wedding?
At Larry's wedding, apparently.
Yeah, not you.
Yeah, you were there.
Apparently, Larry's wedding was different.
I correct Glenn on that. He'll be like, my house or my bed. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
That I just live and have half of.
So what was the
What'd
quote?
she say?
Something like, I know that Larry will always be like, this was it. She was like, I said to talk to him. I never said to marry him. So if things don't go right, that's on you.
Mm-hmm.
She's making sure she's not
Yeah,
liable.
she's covered. There was a waiver involved. The whole thing.
So we met in Rockville Center at a bar.
Yeah, I did that.
Oh, you did Stingers, right? It's
Yeah,
no
so
longer
Michelle
there.
agrees with you. She says that's right.
That's right.
And you two have children?
We do, yes.
Something
What
like
kind?
that.
How old?
Well, we have a 19-year-old and a 16-year-old.
A 19-year-old.
I know.
Jeez.
I know.
You don't look like you could have a 19-year-old.
I know. I
Oh,
used,
Gingy.
yeah. I used to say that like they were Larry's kids, and I was like the second wife, and the kids.
So you weren't at the wedding.
I wasn't at the wedding. But like my kids got like offended. They're like, "Just stop, Mom! Stop doing that!" Like, so I was like, "All right, so no, Larry's just considerably older, and we're good." So we just go with that line.
So the older I look, the younger my wife.
All right, so I'm sorry, 16 and 19, both girls, you said?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And actually, they were both on Girl Scout cookie boxes for
Yes.
years. They're
Uh-huh.
they were famous.
Do you get money for that?
We had no money.
No
for
money.
that. But they got
Thanks,
some cool,
Girl
they got
Scouts
some
of
really
America.
Cool things. They did some
We
really
did
cool
we did
things.
some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Some resume builder.
Yeah, good
Thin-
college
Thin
essay.
Mints in the
Good
tag
college
box.
essay.
Yeah.
Yeah, what box?
Yeah.
The
Thin
Thin Mints? Because
Thin Mints.
Yeah.
Oh
Thin
my
Mints
God,
are my favorite.
We'll have to type that in because I want to look. My daughter was a Girl Scout, and
Oh, yeah?
we used to go peddling off those cookies.
Oh my god!
And at one point,
They're
she
like
dressed
crack-
up as
they're
a
like crack.
cookie.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had it. She
Yeah.
was in the supermarket, and she was dressed up as this giant cookie. And you go around begging strangers to buy the cookies, and So I was part of that experience, and it's like a little cult because it gets very competitive. Like which Girl Scout
Oh
troop
yeah.
can sell the most cookies, and
Mhm.
you get awards for it, and oh my god, yeah. So I definitely never noticed that there was even kids on the box.
Yes.
I'm just like it's like I think you said it's like
7
crack.
years ago.
I just
yeah.
want the cookies. I dive in.
Yeah, they were on there for years, like 6 or 7
People
years.
wait for
Yeah.
those cookies to
Yes,
come
they
out.
do. Yes, yeah.
So my boyfriend is saying, Michael Steven Spielberg, tell the truth. There is crack in those Girl Scout
Oh, yeah.
cookies. Who knows? Maybe that's why they only come out once a year.
That's it.
Jim is saying Larry used to be the bike king of Franklin Square.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
yes.
We used to drink at the Franklin Cafe and tell people Zima does not show up on the breathalyzer. Oh, Zima, that's like one of those.
Remember back in the
Yes,
90s,
yes.
Zima? It was like 7-Up.
Yes.
But
It was like Bartles
But
and
there was-
James.
malt liquor.
It's like
Ooh.
they had a little bit of alcohol in it.
It did.
Yeah,
It's
like
like
Mike's
it's like
Hard
a beer.
Lemonade.
Yeah,
kind of
right.
thing.
It's like that.
Yeah.
You drink Zima?
Oh
I
my
don't
god.
know.
Yes. Well, you
That
still
might
in
be-
I
the
can't believe that
That
you're
might
one
be
of.
grounds for dismissal.
maybe.
I can't believe you're one of Jim's high school people.
Oh yes, we used to own a bike shop that was right next door to the bar he's talking about, and that's a long time ago.
Wow. And Bill Hansen said I was kicked out of Girl Scouts for trying to eat a brownie.
Oh, my
Bill!
God,
Bill
yeah.
is like the most straight-laced guy there is. So if that's the worst thing you did, Bill, good for you. So nobody out there is telling us any self-care stories. What do you guys do? Will Romero did, but anybody else? What do you guys do to take care of yourselves? What do you guys do personally to take care of yourselves?
So I like to get up in the morning and like have a cup of coffee when no one's around. So like
I have a
that's-
friend like that.
I need like an hour in the morning by myself, and if we're away on vacation, I usually get up and leave the hotel room for an hour and just be by myself and like have my coffee, and like I just need me time, very quiet. I prefer it that way. So that's my self-care thing.
I
every
take
day.
large amounts of Xanax. No. You know what?
That was
I
good.
get up very early. I go to work and
No,
I,
it's self-care. Self-care.
oh my
He
self-care.
naps. He's a napper.
I'm a napper.
He's a napper.
When do you like to take your nap? After
Any-
work?
As soon
anytime-
as he sits on the couch.
Anytime
It's
Anytime I
It's
sit
like-
on the couch,
it's like a one movement.
it's like somebody turned the lights out, and this is what happens when you get older. Nobody get old. So you just sit on the couch and you just fall asleep.
That never
Not
happens
everyone.
to me.
And it's great.
No.
I can't sleep. I have to.
I
like you
could
said,
literally
take
sleep like
Xanax.
right
Napping
here, right
is
now.
my
I could sleep
superpower.
all the time. Yeah.
It's my superpower.
Yeah, napping can revive you.
Now I want you to each answer for each other.
Oh,
If
Yeah.
you were to win a award for a medal, an Olympic medal for a mundane chore, what would Ali win? And what Ali you answer for Larry? If
Wow, that's a
the
difficult
Olympics
question.
were mundane chores, what would he be?
Oh.
What
Oh,
would he
chore?
strive in?
Oh.
Like,
Sure.
like
And what would she be good
stuff
at?
he does around the house, kind of thing.
Yeah, like laundry, dishes.
So he would
vacuuming.
definitely get the gold medal and leaving laundry everywhere.
Ah, the old reversal.
Are you kidding me?
No, I don't think men can
I'm
do
just
that.
kidding.
I don't think that they're.
No, you
I'm
just
working
leave it
on.
everywhere. It's like Hansel and Gretel with the crumbs.
Everything's half clean.
Right.
Yeah, because
Right.
it'll contaminate the stuff if it gets folded,
Yeah.
but it's not worth get a
Yeah.
whole.
And then you're just
Run.
never really sure what belongs where.
Right.
And-
So
and
when,
what's
when
yours
my
about?
when my wife goes
Be
to
nice.
work,
Be nice.
That's right. You're on air.
when my wife goes to work,
Be nice.
half the closet is on the bed. If I'm sleeping and she has to go to work,
Obviously, we have like clothing issues. So
half the closet is
You're both
on the
talking
bed
about clothing.
before she. Actually, it's glass. She lays the glass in every room.
yes, I do.
If I need a,
Always have.
if I have to
Always have.
find something to drink, I got to drink out of my palm because all the glasses are.
I do. I use them
All
once and I
over
leave
the
them, and I
house.
always have. My mother will say the same thing.
You know,
Hoard them.
and the toothpaste cap off. Never. I just throw it out
Don't know
because
how you
it's
survive.
Does she
never.
squeeze the toothpaste in the middle
Yes,
of the thing?
absolutely.
Oh no! I have
There's
to
toothpaste
say
all
somebody.
over the
Absolutely.
mirror,
Absolutely.
all over the.
Apparently, that's like a thing. Like
Yeah.
that it bothers people. I
Thank
don't
God we
know.
have a cleaner. Blessed cleaners. Bless your heart, because
Oh, stop.
My boyfriend has a whole building that is his therapy man cave, and what he does is it's in Pennsylvania, so he goes every other week, and it's nice to get a break from each other. And then I miss him, and then it's nice to see him again. Jim is saying I allow 30-something-year-old girls to examine my body. Of course, Jim would say something like that. Oh my God.
Well, now you can partake, Jim.
That's right. Now he's officially divorced.
Yes.
So, you know.
Kudos to Jim.
Jim and I go way back from the beginning.
Farther than us?
No. You didn't let me finish my sentence.
I know.
From the beginning of my comedy journey, which was
Right,
only 3 years ago. Okay, so you win the award on the Jim. So the fact that you're still, you still call him a friend.
Yeah, right?
You win the award. No, I love Jim. I'm just kidding.
No, you guys did great comedy. When you guys did stand up,
He has the best
it was
friends.
great.
That whenever he did a show,
Yeah.
and a lot of times I was in the same shows as him, he had a whole table of people that would come.
His buddy
You have a lot of
John,
good
right? John
support,
Redicon.
Yeah, I know.
I have no support.
You know
I have
John,
no
got a
right?
big
John
family.
Redicon. He's also
Oh
another.
yeah, I love John.
So
Yes,
I'm friends with
yes.
John. I graduated high school with him also.
I got a show coming up on the 10th at
Right.
Coasters, and it's
All right,
actually
Coasters.
to raise money for a little girl who has autism, and she, because all her programs were cut down from COVID, she was doing a lot more community work, and she was walking to a store and got hit by a car, and now she has a brain injury.
Oh my God.
So we are doing a fundraiser for her at Coasters. It's run by Kristen Tinsley, and it's to raise money for this girl's family. So anybody out there who's not doing anything on April 10th, give this family your support. They really need it. And if you could get a table of your friends and tell Kristen I sent you, I would be so happy. I was going to say at the beginning, but I forgot. Did you want to say something about your thing, or not?
No, Dan Romano and I actually, when comedy is coming back April 19th, we have a live show, the Meatball Place.
I've heard of that.
Farmingdale,
Yes,
apparently.
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently the upstairs holds like 60 people, COVID safe. So I guess it's a big place if it holds. I think he said 58 people.
All right.
Cool.
So yeah, guys, that's a Monday night, but that's the Monday before my husband's birthday, so we're gonna be out and about.
Nice. And Jim is agreeing he wins the award for the most loyal friends, which his
He
friends
does.
are amazing. They are.
He pays them well.
Yeah, I
Just remember to send the check, Jim.
know. Jim is generous. Bonnie, should we do the sponsors real quick? We'll
Sure.
pretend like they're not in the room.
Yeah, we'll pretend like I'll go
Well, fine.
first. Okay, so our sponsors, we're friends with Key Fitz, and he owns Key Loves Jewelry, stainless steel jewelry, all nickel and tarnish free. Key's cutlery, knives, swords, and self-defense equipment. Excellent quality for reasonable prices. You can shop online at keylovesjewelry.com, keyscutlery.com, or you could see him in person with his beautiful wife Teresa at Lala's Flea Market at 1075 Portion Road in Farmingville, New York. If you want to call him, his number is 631-379-1781. And tell him Bonnie and Mandy sent you.
Beautiful. And then we also have the owners in the house tonight.
Yes.
The Ambient Salon in Hewlett.
Woo!
A full service salon for hair, skin, and nails. A Mondays is a Racine Salon, which we were talking about earlier, where they offer free salon, spa, and spa services and free wigs to anyone currently battling cancer. Please go to theambientsalon.com. They have online booking to see all the different services they offer. The Ambient Salon on Facebook and Instagram. They're at 1344 Broadway in Hewlett, New York. And their phone number is 516-295-4011. And once again, anything Bonnie and I say should
Please.
not be held
Yes.
against our beautiful sponsors. That's Key Fitz and his wife Teresa and
Yes.
Larry and Ali Artz.
Don't hold them
they
responsible.
Do not
for
hold
stuff
them
that comes out of
responsible
my mouth
for
or
anything
Mandy's
crazy
mouth.
that we say.
That's right. That's right.
They actually can speak for themselves tonight. So we really do appreciate you guys upping the game for us, having that little segment there. Has anybody said our names?
We did have somebody come in for a blowout. That said your name, so thank you. Thank you.
I got Bonnie, I didn't even tell you this. I got they didn't come yet. Business cards, so I'll give you some business cards.
That's so
and
cool.
I'll send them your way.
Mandy's really amazing.
Absolutely.
I had a friend at work who them.
She's really great with business savvy and everything. So Michelle Astor, one of our really good friends, is tuning in. Hey all, she's saying, and Nancy Weems is saying, guess where I'm at, Mandy?
Oh, I don't know, Nance. Where are you? It was just your birthday. Probably. Oh, are you in Florida? Are you with your son in Florida? Is what I'm gonna guess. And do they do a full body makeover? Is what Nancy wants to know. Nancy, you need a rotisserie restoration there. So
Yes, we do.
So
We
what?
did a body reshape, which is so awesome.
So yeah, tell me. So you have
we wanna hear-
needleless Botox.
We
Tell
do
us
lots of
about
fun
that.
Needleless Botox. But I just want to say, Joan Kupiasha is watching. Hi, Joan. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Allison Dempsey Art.
That's me. I was saying
Oh, that's you.
I'm a-
Duh.
hi,
Allie
hi,
is
sure.
short for Allison. Duh. Sorry about that.
Allie under the table.
Jim is saying Palm Sunday is Sunday. Get your hair done. What does he mean by that? Oh,
Gotta
because
look good for
you have to look
Easter.
good for going to church.
Going to church.
Okay,
yeah,
I got it. I got you,
Easter.
Jim. So. Go
Oh,
ahead.
so yeah, we do body reshaping, which like tightens your skin, and it's amazing. You do it on your jaw, on your arms, the back of your legs.
What do you sit
stomach.
like wrapped up?
No, it's you
Or
lay
some
on a
30-year-old
bed.
doesn't have to worry about that
You
yet.
lay on a bed, and it's vacuum and heat therapy, like
Wow.
with like radio frequency. So it's like a vacuum, it's heating, it's like this wand that goes over. It's like
Wow.
the coolest thing. But it takes away inches and tightens everything up. It's awesome.
I have
That's
a
why it looks so good.
Yeah,
That's why
sounds
you
wild.
say candy. That's why. You
I have a personal thing that maybe people don't say that bothers them, but like Mandy, you have beautiful eyebrows and they're
Oh, your
blonde.
mustache is just
No. But my eyebrows are blonde and they're sparse, so I use an eyeliner, a eyebrow pencil.
okay.
Is there something the salon can do for people who like have like your eyebrows look good, but mine don't? I mean,
I have
I've
an
had
eyebrow.
people like say stuff about my eyebrows, and I don't know what to do about it.
So we do microblading, where it's
But don't you have to have eyebrows? Like
no.
you don't.
So what they do is they create a shape, and then they go in with a very sharp blade and ink, and then create.
Does it hurt?
There's numbing cream involved.
Oh God!
But listen, you're breaking the skin. It's a semi-permanent
So it's like a
tattoo.
tattoo.
It's a semi-permanent
What?
tattoo.
So like, do you show people what it looks like beforehand before they?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's some pictures on our
I
site.
might be coming in because I've had enough of people saying stuff about me.
It's amazing,
Well,
and
yeah,
it
yeah.
really creates the shape to frame your eyes. Because what happens is, if you've been a tweet, somebody who has over tweezed,
Yeah, that's me.
certain times like it was really in to have super thin eyebrows,
Mhm.
and then what happens is the hair doesn't come back,
Mhm.
and then you're left with nothing. So
Sparse.
eyebrows.
It's almost like little, like you have a little and then a space.
Yeah.
And a little space.
Oh, and then if you ever got bruised or injured and lost hair,
Oh,
like it got
that's
cut
happened
on the
too.
brow bone, like the hair just doesn't grow back. So microblading is the best way because it really has a very natural look to it.
I'm going to make an appointment. And then the other thing that, this is a personal, you can jump in if you want. I don't know what these are called. When this comes in, your sideburn hair.
Okay.
I hate it.
Okay.
I hate it. I tried growing it out. The Kardashians
Yes.
have it.
Yeah.
And then like some people curl it.
Like
So
the
like
chicken
then
feet.
I'm cutting it and I hate it. I want to have it removed.
So
So-
electrolysis.
Do you do that at your
Yes.
salon?
Yeah.
You got me for 2 appointments.
Right.
And then I'm going to have confidence like you've never seen, because those are the two things that, I'm very unhappy about. But
You need to
And
put
that's
yourself
easy.
high in that list.
That's
Number
right.
one.
Yeah.
I'm going to take care of those, and then nobody can make fun of my eyebrows anymore. But Mandy, do you have any questions for them?
Well, you were saying the needleless Botox. So that how do they do that to your face?
Oh,
That's like a vacuum also.
So it's a wand. It's like a high pressure wand. We
Okay.
use the jet peel machine to do it. So what it does is a lymphatic drain, so it flushes the toxins out of your body, and then it does a like a polishing, like a resurfacing, and then they use a serum that is a gentle muscle relaxer that penetrates as deep as Botox does. So it's temporary. It's a great option for anyone who isn't a candidate for Botox. It's just not in their world or something that they don't want to do. And with a few sessions, it lasts a lot longer, and your makeup goes on flawless. There's no creasing, no anything. It's great.
Well, Michelle Astor has a great idea. She's saying, let's do a spa day at Ambiance.
Absolutely.
Michelle comes up with
Absolutely.
some really great ideas.
Absolutely. I'm always
Michelle,
in.
we'll be in touch. I think that's a great
Definitely.
idea.
Oh my God, Jim.
Jim.
You can manscape, Jim, if you want to come in.
Yeah,
I'm going to let you read that
Yeah,
comment.
Jim. How about we get you shaved on air?
I'll opt out of that one.
Well, James, we're going to do a manzillion for you. Jim.
Yeah, that's
Jim,
what
we're
we'll
gonna
air
shave
live.
your back
And
like
we'll
on
read
40 Year Old
everyone's
Virgins.
He kills me. He really kills me. As far as like when you are self-caring with yourself, what do you two like to do together to self-care?
What do we like to do?
Are we ever together? I mean, I'm in the salon like 7 days a week.
Yeah. We get couples massage.
We do. We do.
Oh,
massages.
that's nice.
Where do you get that done?
So either we'll have a massage therapist that comes into the salon because we have somebody that works with us that comes in as needed. But typically we go into separate rooms, have our couples massage simultaneously
We come out
in
and have
separate
dinner.
rooms and go out to dinner afterwards.
Oh, that's
that's
nice. I like
Because we
that.
don't like to talk while we're having massages. So
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
want to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to hear your
Yeah, I want to make
significant
them
other
far
yap.
away from where I am.
So
what do you guys do for self-care?
Yeah.
I have a whole bunch of things.
What do we got?
All right,
Yeah, come on, look at
for
this.
me, it's comedy. Like
Okay.
like going out. No, actually, not. I like to watch comedy more than I like to perform it.
Okay.
I like to go sit down. That's why I ran an open mic with Jim
Okay.
for a long time, and I enjoy watching comedy. Professional, new people. It makes because laughter for me is medicine.
Okay.
Mandy.
I was so nervous. I don't know about you doing Esther's show the other day.
Oh, I was very nervous.
But doing this kind of show, it's nerve wracking when in the beginning, Ali and Larry are walking in. I can't get the sound to stop echoing, and there's that kind of stuff that definitely adds to the excitement. But once we're here,
No,
we
Mandy
start
did a great
flowing.
job.
It really is nice. I always put it like this is work. Like Bonnie and I put our notes together, and we do try to do a good job. But this is like scheduled fun, the comedy life.
Oh yeah, I love this. I'm not nervous about this.
Yeah.
I get nervous before a show. I get very nervous.
Oh yeah, no,
You know,
absolutely.
to me, part of me doesn't understand why I even do it. Like I feel sick before I go on, and when somebody's like, "Oh, you want to be on a show?" I'm like, and then let's say
So I
something
can
happens.
barf in 2 weeks.
Yeah, like you want to be on the show. I could squeeze you in, and then if they can't, I'm like, kind of relieved. I'm like, that's fine. I don't mind being left out. Michael reminded me. Yes, a picture of Cosmos. We were just
Oh, there
talking
you
about before the show started that my dad is 92, and every day he came home from work, he had Manhattan, and he's still alive.
Yeah.
And alcohol, for some people, it's bad, but if you can handle it, it can be a good self-care because that's how I unwind and I can calm down. Otherwise, I'm just like a wire.
Oh yeah, you absolutely you need your time to wind down because like the other day I went for a walk with my my friend from work and we're walking and I'm like this is great because I would literally just be scrubbing surfaces in my house, trying to do more laundry. Literally, what are you gonna strip everybody in your house? All the laundry can never be done.
Oh yeah,
It's
it's
always-
a
if
hopeless
you're li-
task.
And I really
It's a
do.
thankless task.
It really is. I try to keep the house in order, but it was really nice the other day walking in the sun. I've been trying to be better about fitness because everyone's like, "Oh, you're in shape." It's like, yeah, but it doesn't mean my heart's not going to give out at the top of the stairs. Like, you can look in shape and not be in shape. Newsflash, and that's me. So I've been trying to be a little bit better with that stuff so that I could feel a little better when I am eating ice cream at midnight and all that kind of stuff. Because food is I'm definitely like a junk
a lot
food
of people
person.
use food for
Comfort.
comfort.
Yeah.
But that's not necessarily self-care. If you
It's like
overdo it.
self-abuse.
Oh yeah.
I see your bed is even
Because
on the
honestly-
abusive spectrum.
Right. Self-care /
Smoking a
Slash
cigarette in bed
self-destruction.
Sunday.
It's kind of
That's how I care for myself.
right. No, but you're nice and thin. You don't have to worry about anything. But I actually just posted a photo of myself that came up in my memories. It comes up I don't know, every year or so. And I'm like, holy crap. And I was really fat. Like, not like, I've been fatter, but I was like 80 pounds in that picture. I've been fatter than that. And when I see that picture of myself, it reminds me of how much stress I was under. And when you're under that much stress, you know, I used food as my sedative, my happiness, and I overdid it with food. So to try to self-care in ways that benefit you, like going to the salon and pampering yourself, that's a better way to self-care. It's, you know, it's kind of like a slippery slope kind of thing.
Well, yeah, even
You know?
even sleeping, they say like, oh, sleep's so great for you, but they say like, oh, if you're sleeping like 18 hours a day, you're freaking depressed. And
Yeah.
you're
That's
true.
That's
Yeah.
beauty sleep at that point, dude. Like,
Absolutely.
you're like,
Absolutely.
you got to work on that.
Nancy Weems goes, I just ate a donut. We're talking people into it.
I know. Well, my whole thing was when I get like a box of Swiss roll cakes or anything, I'm like, oh, I'm
my
gonna
gosh,
eat.
Swiss rolls.
That's my
I don't
favorite.
know
I'm
what
like,
that
I used
is.
to unroll them. I remember unroll them to get at the cream in the center.
I'm like, oh, I'll
Is it
just
like
eat
a
it.
yodel?
Yeah,
It
but
is.
yeah, it is like a yodel, but it's a little different.
chocolate
It's
though,
a
right?
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
not still chocolate. Yeah. Little Debbie's, but those I'm like, oh, I just gotta finish them in a day or two, so they're gone.
Yeah.
Just gotta polish them off, you know, so they're out of here. That's my like logic with the snacks. Being in the cancer business, we'll say, and the beauty business, is there anything we should be staying away from?
Yeah, that's a
Well,
good question.
You're very fair. The sun, you gotta be worried about
Yeah,
the sun.
yeah.
Gotta put that sunscreen
And I was in
on.
Florida
hate
3
the
weeks
sun.
ago, and you probably can't even tell, right?
No,
pretty
you
good.
did a great job.
You're very fair skinned.
Both my parents have had stuff cut. Yeah, my dad off his face, and my mom, they took a big chunk out of her knee. I mean, she's fine. She walks and everything.
Good.
Fine. But I'm just saying, I'm not a
Yeah.
good candidate.
So,
Yeah.
So the sun.
So the sun is number one with beauty and cancer because
Yes.
the
It's
sun.
very aging.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Very
Mhm.
The people, my first cousins lived in California, and they've since passed away because they're, you know, my dad's brother and his wife passed away. But when they would come and visit, they looked like 20 years older than my parents when they were only a little bit older
Mhm.
because they were always outside in the sun, riding bicycles,
Yeah.
you know, jogging. And their faces looked like leather.
Yeah.
And I
can't
always
stand that.
naturally hated the sun. I always hated it. So I would stay out of it.
Mhm.
And if the few times that I got caught, I would get this terrible, terrible sunburn. And I did have what you were just talking about, Mohs surgery on,
Mhm.
believe it or not, my nostril.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I had to have like surgery to reconstruct the nostril because they had to cut this out. And then I have a little bit of a scar there. But it's like I never even go in the sun. And the
Yeah.
1 or 2 times I went in there, I had skin cancer.
Yeah, that's
So-
what they say. Just 1 or 2 bad burns,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Can do it.
Can do it.
So that's
So yeah, so that would be that would be one factor nobody really thinks about because it's natural and everything else.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, you know, you eat all the stuff that's bad for you.
which can
Hot dogs, all the
is
nitrates.
that would lead to cancer?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I'm in
Do
trouble.
you
Very
really
done.
clean at your house?
Pepperoni.
Are we not
It's
going to find an
interesting.
Oreo?
Oh no, we totally do snacks.
Yeah,
you know,
we're snackers.
we do a lot of organic food.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you know, we do eat meat. We do, but our snacks are not too terrible. Though I do have a weakness for peanut M&Ms. It's
Yeah.
just I cannot.
Yeah,
even be
it's
trusted.
disgusting.
I cannot be trusted. And now, my reception, they keep bags of it. Like they're like, "Oh, did you have lunch? No, have some M&Ms." I'm like, I'm so grateful, and so I'm not happy that I'm eating all these M&Ms.
Oh my
But
god.
yes, I try to eat healthy. We do a lot of fruit, a lot of vegetables, but there's always some snacks in the house. But I don't eat like cured meat or any of that
I do.
stuff. Like I
No,
don't do
what is it
bacon or
Oh,
I love
salami.
that.
I don't
Oh my
do
God.
cold cuts.
I do all the
There's
Italian.
none of that. He
cold
goes
cuts
to
and
the deli
everything.
for that.
I go
Yeah.
to the deli. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Meats and cheeses.
Jim Ray was
Yeah.
talking about his self thing he does at his fire pit. Have you ever been to his fire pit?
Yeah. I think we have.
Yeah. Last time was an interesting event at the fire pit. Yes.
Tell us the
After,
dirt.
oh no, it was a roaster. I know there was like, you know, vodka or gasoline in the picture with
No
that one.
Zima. No Zima.
No, there was no Zima. Very surprising. Yeah, that was a very interesting fire pit evening.
I feel like everyone's doing the fire pit thing now. With
I don't have a
COVID,
fire pit.
like people are
Oh, yeah,
starting
because-
to be outside a little
Because
bit
people
more.
are gathering
Yeah.
in groups, but
Correct.
small groups.
And
Small
outside,
groups and
yeah.
outside, so it's like an easy kind of thing.
Yeah. I don't have a fire pit, so I don't know.
So you got a gym, invite her over for the fire pit.
Yeah, Jim didn't. Oh wait, I might have seen you at his Halloween party like a year ago. or
Yes.
two. Yeah.
Yes.
That
He
was
throws the
interesting.
big Halloween parties.
Yeah.
He's a big Halloween.
Jim, are you still going to do that now that you're divorced? Like, or
Oh
should
my
I not
God,
be
it's
answering?
going to be
Who-
crazy
who's
now.
in the house? Like, or let's talk about that after. It's a little too personal. It's like, I don't want to air Jim's laundry on air. But yeah, I was very curious as to what's going on because he started having his divorce like 6 months ago. I've been working on my divorce for 2 years. He's already divorced. I'm still fighting.
Oh, when you can come to amends with things,
So they
like
agreed.
my wife with her second husband,
Yeah, one and done. One and done.
That's good.
that makes it amicable. And you know what? It's time to go because you know what? Life is short, and it's too short to be unhappy.
That's true. That's
It's
100%
really,
true.
really you can't be.
Okay.
You,
Larry's like, let's get
He's
out of
putting
here.
you
Let's
on
wrap
notice.
this up.
she's on notice all the
It's not a
time.
formal notice. That means that.
Oh, that's so
Okay.
funny. I don't know what he means by this, but Jim is saying soul bowl, assy bowls are great. Does that mean?
ACI.
ACI. My wife
I
lives
never
on them.
pronounce it right. Is it as?
I have no
ACI
idea
bowl?
what it is.
ACI,
I like live on
Akai,
those. I live on
ACI.
It's a
one of those
food.
things.
It's like I don't know how to describe it. I guess it's like a fruit that they make cold, so it tastes
Never
like
heard
dessert.
of it.
And they put granola and coconut and drizzle honey on it, bananas,
Banana,
blueberries. I live on those. That is my
raspberries.
lunch.
Wow, very
Because
nice.
it's quick, it's easy, it tastes like
Gluten
dessert.
free.
So what else do you do for self care?
Oh well, there's a lot I don't do enough of. I don't sleep enough, which is a big problem.
Yeah, that's
That's bad. Yeah,
Mandy's in the prime.
no, I'm getting better. I'm getting better at putting myself as number one because I'm a very very big people pleaser,
Yes.
and my husband's a overscheduler, and that
I'm the overscheduler.
like he'll be like, "Where's like what? Why didn't I get anything done?" I'm like, "Because the last 4 weekends of the month we've been doing something. We've been away from, and then you look around, you go, oh, why haven't I done anything in the house in a month? It's because we haven't been home, dude. Give yourself a break." But I'm more like live in the moment. Like, oh, tell me where to be and how many bags I'm allowed to have. Like, I'm really pretty easygoing with that stuff, which is good. I mean, but I'm not good once I know what's happening, A, B, and C. That better fucking be happening. I don't even care if it's that it's gonna be late. It's like, oh, now it's on time. It's like, God damn it! I fucking already calculated to be late. Like, the whole expectation thing is something I'm trying to drop because I very much have expectations.
That comes with age.
Yeah, and I really got to go with the flow a little bit.
Expectation falls
Absolutely.
off like.
That's like one of the first things to go.
Oh my God, David Lynch.
Bad metabolism.
Yeah.
I don't think your metabolism will go. But David Lynch just said the most sweetest thing. He goes, I watch Wildflowers for self-care.
Aw.
Thank you, David. That's
so
the
nice,
nicest
David.
thing. Thank you so much. But yeah, as far as like when I think people go through phases in their life.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first phase was when I got the house, like everything in the house had to be perfect. Like the laundry had to be folded. And I was working a full-time job, and you drive yourself crazy with that. And then you get to a point as you get older. Honestly, I don't care if I live in a house anymore. I would rather like be in a condo.
Co-op? I got one if you want to buy it.
Believe
Selling
me.
the co-op. Hit me up.
Bonnie's first, and then we'll put it on the Wildflowers
Great
page.
It just becomes like I don't even care if I rent anymore. But that used to be such a big thing. Like you own your own place. Like it's got to be perfect. It's phases you go through.
Yeah.
Now I just want to be free, so I could just go away.
Enjoy.
I would love to go anywhere. and travel. And I have different things that are going on in my life that make that impossible. But you go through these phases, and the self-care that you give yourself through these phases, you're in the phase of your life where you give yourself the least amount of self-care.
Yeah, the frazzled.
Because you're
frazzled
working,
phase.
and you're trying to do it all. And
I could be worse. I could have kids. Those are the women right now. Girls that are my age that have like 1 or 2 kids on their head. There is zero self-care.
Yeah.
Zero
That's
self-care.
hard.
Absolutely.
You have to, though, because or else
Absolutely.
you lose your identity in there. That's why you were like, I'm the step parent. Like, I don't even know you, aliens. You just came out of my body,
I
and
was
I'll bring you around.
It is. It's crazy.
I was lucky. I worked part-time when the kids were little.
She
So
did.
I
really-
worked
Good.
full time.
Yeah, I was really.
And I had
good at
twins.
that. Oh my
And I
goodness.
literally had
I
the
can't even
twins in
imagine.
the summer, and I was off for 2 weeks, and then I went back to work because the day I didn't want a different substitute teacher taking over the class, and then they train the kids all wrong. So I got a babysitter, and I went back. So I lost. As a teacher, you get like 6 weeks. You don't get paid, but you get 6 weeks. But if you have your kids in the summer, you lose that.
Okay.
Right.
It's almost like I had a summer where I just had kids, and then I just went back to work. And I honestly look back at that, and I don't know how I even made it through alive, because I had neither kid sleeping through the night. I had the job. I had to get up at 5 o'clock. I was up feeding one kid, and not at the same time. 2 different kids
I can't
waking
imagine.
up. Then I'd be with kids all day and
Yeah.
come home to kids. So
And your husband too, right?
I'm not going to mention
No,
that. But
He's in the background somewhere.
yeah, he was in the background somewhere. Yeah. So Nancy Weems is saying, cleaning my mom's place.
Oh,
With a
nice.
smile.
There you go.
And she's saying, hi, Marcia. And David's suggesting journaling and going for walks. Yeah, I saw that you were going on a walk with Lauren De Jesus, and Heather. And I'm seeing Lauren tomorrow for lunch. She's bringing her little girl, and I'm bringing Brandon.
Oh, nice.
Yes, so she's not watching, but yeah, I'm going to see Lauren tomorrow for lunch. And the kids will be making a ruckus, and we will sit and just enjoy each other's company.
Good.
So I don't know what time it is. How are we doing on time?
We got 8
My watch is
minutes.
broken.
We got 8 minutes.
So I have some goodies for you. Some
Yes.
self-care goodies.
Oh,
So I wanted to bring for you guys.
you didn't
So
have to do that.
So there's some hair masks for you and
Ooh.
blowouts at the salon, and then we got this really fun stuff. It's fragrance for your hair. So like when you just want to like freshen up and just it's just a very light, soft fragrance, because like fragrance is very calming. So I thought it really worked for your self-care segment.
Ooh, thank
Here's
you.
some little goodies for the
Thank
both
you.
of you.
Very nice
Thank
of
you
you.
so much.
Of course.
It's so pretty. Look at that.
Larry wrapped it.
I wrapped
Very
it.
nice.
I love
Thank
it.
you.
I was like, wrap those next. Hurry up, wrap those next.
That is so nice.
I appreciate that.
We really appreciate you guys having
Yeah.
us here and helping
And
us
advertising for us,
spread. Yeah.
because it's been a rough year.
Yeah, it's been
Everybody.
crazy.
Yes.
It really has. It puts everything into perspective. I mean, I guess you've kind of already been. I mean, in the cancer business, you're
I
already
worked all through.
dealing with people
Yeah.
are, hey, you're mortal. You got to deal. Life is short. You got to be happy. You got to enjoy yourself. But this year really shook everybody, or last year really shook everybody even harder about what's important. And now, what's changed for you in the salon world? What do you think people are doing different? What do you see people tending to different anyway?
It's definitely changed. So when I became, when we shut down, we were mandated to close for almost 3 months.
That's
Oh
right.
my god.
And I was a relatively new salon owner. So, now a year after, it was just a year, Saturday, that we were closed down. So the days are shifting, people's priorities are shifting. We used to do a lot more weddings. Now weddings are just open. So it's really very interesting. And I think the biggest thing is in my business, like the more flexible you can be and adaptable, the better off you are. Like to get out of that mindset of this is how it's always been, because that's just like no longer even an option.
Yeah.
People are still coming in, and I'm grateful for all of my clients that still frequent the salon, and I'm grateful for my team for working so hard under the conditions with the masks and the shields and the wiping down their stations like excessively. that's not easy, and it's a lot. And, we're running out, taking mask breaks. We eat outside. We don't eat in the salon. So it's just with all of that pressure, but it's, just finding a way to work a little differently and just being, mindful that you have to be a little bit more flexible and change. And, I think that works well. I think you just have to kind of keep going with the flow and keep being flexible with, as new things come in and things change and different needs come up.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a balancing act.
And like the weddings are starting to come back.
They are coming
We're
back.
booking
My
more
best
weddings.
friend's son is getting married, so she already has the date booked for a year from now.
That's awesome.
And so, what is the capacity in your salon? Are you allowed to have?
So we keep it to typically 50% of capacity. We try to do every other station, or there's dividers up by the sinks now. We're a pretty large space, so we have upstairs and downstairs. We've extended our hours. That Saturdays we take our first at 7:30 in the morning, and then we take our last around 5:30. So I believe the capacities are raising. I know restaurants are 75%, and I think we're falling into that category.
Oh, so it's going to raise.
So I believe so. Yeah.
So if everybody could share the show, and also in sharing the show, helping small businesses is the most important thing to keeping life as we know it from
Capitalism.
disappearing. Capitalism. Please share the show. Go to Ambient Salon. I plan on taking care of two things that have been bothering me for a while now, and fixing them, putting myself on the list, and taking care of the two things that irritate me about when I look in the mirror. I want to fix that. And so when you feel better about how you look, when you look in the mirror, I think it makes you feel better inside.
Absolutely.
I think the two are combined, even though people like to say, oh, you're pretty on the inside. But, go to the fucking salon. Sorry.
I don't feel fucking pretty in here. I feel like shit in here.
Oh, Mandy, you're gorgeous. So Robin said, so happy to have these guests on. I'm sharing. Thank you, Robin. If
Thank you.
everyone,
Thank you,
share,
Robin.
please share the show. And Robin, I'm so excited for Saturday. I can't wait.
My mom's
Tammy
saying these two are
Welker is
adorable.
sharing it.
Oh,
Thank you. And David Lynch saying, great guest, great topic, great show. Thanks for another super night of Wildflowers self-care.
Yeah, I don't know if we would
Thank
be
you,
talking self-care if it weren't a doctor in the house and the owner of a salon. Because like Bonnie said, I went right on the... I'm like, oh, I'm sleep deprived. Bonnie's like, no, that's not self-care, Mandy. I'm like, I eat ice cream and sit in bed. She's like, no, it's not self-care either. So it is a fine line. And we really do have to take care of ourselves in order to be able to take care of other people.
Absolutely. Nancy Williams says, sharing is caring. I love that. That should be the motto of our show.
Yes, thank you,
Taz.
Nancy.
We love you too. And as far as, next week, our guest is Kristen Tinsley.
No,
No?
the following week. Is
Okay, that's
We
why,
have Peter
that's why Mandy's in
We have
charge
Peter.
of these things.
We're missing a week there. We have Peter Wolfinger,
Oh,
which is going to be on
cool.
the 31st.
Oh,
he's
gonna
out
be-
of his mind.
He's going to be something else.
So he's going to be
Ooh.
great. And
I
then,
only know him from Facebook, but I've actually never met him. I feel like I know him.
Yeah,
but
well,
I've never
that's
met
how the Facebook is.
Oh, yeah, it's
ends
like
up-
a family.
Yeah, it's like a playground there.
Right. You have the family on there that you love, and if you don't love them, you block them. Wouldn't that be great if you could do that in real life?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
all of a sudden you're walking down the street, you see someone you don't like, so you hit the block button. No, but yeah, Facebook is very interesting. Everybody's giving us hearts. Thank you so much. So do you want to, in summary, say anything as a last thought to everybody on both of what you do to help other people?
want to
Your
start?
jobs are both to help other people.
Yeah.
We try
Yeah.
to make people
Selfless.
laugh and help them.
Life is short. Live it to the max, and you're number one.
Nice.
Oh, very nice. I like
Yeah.
that. If you are someone that is currently going through cancer and needs some support, Mondays at Racine is an amazing organization. I'm the only one in Nassau County currently offering this, but there are salons elsewhere in Suffolk County. It's an amazing organization. Started out here on Long Island. So if you go to mondaysatracine.org, you can find out information. They have journaling, they have yoga, and then the salons program. So it's absolutely free, and please take advantage of it.
And that's a wonderful thing that you do, both of you, to help everybody who, this has been a really hard year for everybody.
Yeah.
In every way, like It's been hard.
physically, mentally.
I've been alive a long time, and I've never seen a year like this.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. And people who've made it to the end of the year, like you said,
Yep.
maybe you look at life a little differently because you always think that tomorrow's going to be there for you, and like the favorite restaurant you went is going to be there, and everything is just going to go on. And this has taught us that life is not certain.
No.
Nothing is certain in life. And the fact that you do things to help people and help our show.
Yes.
Because you are our first sponsors. So Mandy and I
Yes,
bow
bow
down to
down
you.
to you.
You're the
We're
cherry
not
on
worthy.
top.
And actually, you know, because I'm such a terrible salesperson,
Stop it. You are not.
you kind of like gave the idea to me. You know,
They actually tackled her. They ran her down. They're like, "Hey, lady, can we sponsor your podcast?"
Absolutely.
Yeah, Larry had her in a chokehold.
But so I thank you, Larry.
She's like, "I'm not a salesperson."
Yeah, because Larry
Well, my partner.
initiated it, and then we got another sponsor through Key,
Yeah.
who also volunteered.
I
I'm very bad at. My boyfriend says to me, "You have to ask for what you want," and I don't ask.
You
I'm
have
very
to.
bad at asking for things.
You have to.
I know I have to work on that. But
The
our
worst
two
they can do is say
sponsors
no.
asked to be our sponsors. The third sponsor we're working on
Yeah.
is we're not going to mention who that is, but we're going to talk about that possibly soon. But that's something that we're asking for, but they kind of know us, and it's a work in progress.
Cool.
You know, again, because they had a really tough year.
Yeah.
It's been really tough for small business owners, and go to Ambient Salon. Do something for yourself in the process.
Yes.
Help small businesses. Share the show. Go in person and help yourself and help small businesses.
Yeah.
That's
And
it,
surround
guys.
yourself with beauty and kindness. That's all you can do.
Aw, that's
That's-
us.
Namaste.
Beauty and kindness, right?
Thank you guys for your time.
Thank
We
you very
really
much.
appreciate it.
Everybody, somebody, Tammy's saying.